Turn the volume down.
Gonna do something. Oh yeah.
And
Don't go live.
oh, I'm already live.
Oh no. Are you?
Yeah, I'm already live.
Was I in the?
No. Well, don't get in the camera then.
Yeah.
Alright, so gonna be doing some black-white Eldrazi taxes in Modern. We've been doing a lot of Legacy content recently, and that's mostly because there's, like, a couple Legacy events on the horizon that I want to prepare for, and not a lot of Modern, since I won the one PPTQ I played in, so there's not a lot of other Modern events that I'm, like, traveling to until the RPTQ in, like, December or something. Whereas there are two big Legacy tournaments in October and November, which is kind of why I've been jamming that. So Modern, in general, is kind of taking a back burner, but I'll still come back to it probably like at least once a week, maybe a little bit less than that. I might start doing some Legacy on Wednesdays instead of Eldrazi taxes, just because I want to. I just really want to practice Legacy before these big tournaments, and I want to jam a couple of the ideas going around right now. But for now, we'll just keep playing some Modern. I also wanted to consider alternate sideboard options again, like. I love Eternal Scourge, but apparently blue-white is just like the de facto best grindy deck right now, to the point where like Mardu Pyro is getting pretty edged out. I've been seeing a lot less Mardu Pyro online and stuff, so maybe it's time for Eternal Scourge to become like Gideons or more Bitter Blossoms again to combat them on that axis, and just kind of play the dodge Mardu Pyro matchup game instead of trying to eke out advantages in that regard. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm going to keep this configuration for another league. The blue-white matchup is definitely more winnable, even with just like this 75, than Mardu Pyro is. What's up, Henny? Watching Emperor's New Groove. Man, that's a good movie. I haven't seen it in so long, though. Anyway, I think, yeah, this 75 can beat Mardu Pyro, or it can beat blue-white. Like, it's not a good matchup by any means. What are my stats on it? Scroll down here, find it somewhere. I have to play against it at some point. So, I recently sorted it by the amount of times I played against it. So 8 times, and I've won 5. So it's a pretty tight matchup for sure. It's on Netflix. We've got a lot on our plate right now in terms of watching stuff, but maybe... Oh, geez. Is my frame... Are my frames dropping? I don't know, that was just a brief lag for some reason. Anyway, we just finished catching up on Steven Universe today. That's why I'm actually a little bit late, because there was like one more episode. Alright, what's up, Din? It's going pretty well. We are just about to fire off our Black-White Eldrazi Taxes League. Just talking about some possible decisions on sideboarding. Although, also looking at it, we've won 2 of our 8 matches against Mardu Pyro versus 5 of our 8 matches against Blowout Miracles, and that's mostly been with this configuration with the Eternal Scourges. So it's possible that the Eternal Scourge is just fine, or it's possible that I can just completely throw Mardu Pyro to the wayside and hope I don't play it, and play like 2 Gideons and a second Bitter Blossom instead to really hedge against blue-white control. But we're just gonna play this list one more time. At least. I do love the Eternal Scourge deck. It is really good if you're trying to beat Mardu Pyro, Jeskai, that stuff. Oh god, can I click on a Jeff Hoogland link? Am I banned? Can you ban me from a website? I did get banned from his Twitch chat, which is kind of like a badge of honor at this point, that 50% of his viewers have. But I don't know if I'm still banned. Because I know he does like those purchase or whatever. 4-color. Is this like, what, just got Geist Tribal Flames or something? No, this is not Tribal Flames. This is just main deck counter Squall, Creeping Tar Pit aggro. What? This deck looks like a mess. 4 Bolt, 4 Helix, 4 Path. Really, what did you do? So I basically, he was playing Legacy and he was going on a rant on like he hates D&T, and I just said in chat, use your words. Why is D&T bad? Like he always does to the people in chat when they don't use their words, and then he banned me. Because he didn't give any reasons. He was just like, oh, I'm playing dumb white creatures, blah, 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 brainstorm, blah, blah. What you gonna do? Anyway. Let's play some magics. Just for that. Are you familiar with Jeff Hoogland? I don't know if you've watched his streams, but he swings around the banhammer. He just doesn't like D&D. He's getting right. I don't know. Maybe I caught him in a bad mood. But yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people like go down in flames in his chat, and like you're allowed to moderate your chat however you want. It's whatever. I wasn't like offended by it. It was. I mean, obviously, I was being a little inflammatory, kind of like throwing his words back at him. Yeah, the power level in cards in D&T are lower than the rest of the format. That's true, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad deck. It just means that you're like playing less powerful cards that are also like still doing very well. But he's like, oh, D&T's bad when you could be playing Brainstorms and Ponders. But, I don't really care. I've met him in person. Also, why do we always talk about Jeff Hoogland on this? I don't want to, like, talk about other streamers on my channel. Just play games of Magic. That's what we're here for. Oh, no. Come back. There we go. This deck has more lines than any other modern deck I've seen. Yeah, this deck is definitely complex. Although this deck, I would definitely give it to him. This deck is probably not. This deck is definitely underpowered in terms of what you're doing in Modern. In Legacy, it's definitely more of a case of you can actually just play Death and Taxes and compete head-to-head with these Brainstorm Ponder decks. This deck is definitely like a step down in terms of power level from what can be considered Tier 1 in the format. But I just play it because I enjoy it. Let's hope we're playing against a deck that Path to Exile is good against. Fuck. Wait, did I bottom that? Oops, I definitely meant to top that land. Maybe it's Eldrazi Tron. We can hope. They don't have turn 3 Tron unless they have it naturally, so. Because they didn't play a turn 1 Chromatic Star or a map. So they can't just Tron me unless it's natural. Needs colorless / colored fetches. Yeah, that'd be a good time if we had like more tri-lands like caves. Something like that. The mana base is definitely a disaster in this deck. It's serviceable, but you do have to pretty aggressively mulligan. Sometimes you kind of get wrecked by your own mana. I'm looking forward to eventually if they ban. Oh, what the heck, Bluetron. Wow, this hand still sucks against Bluetron. Legacy. Did I not change the title? I clicked the title change button. Update information. Did it not change? Why is the title not changing? Update information. Oh, it did not change. Why not? Update information. There we go. Maybe it worked? No. Why isn't it updating my stream title? My stream title is a lie. I'm sorry, chat. We're getting towards Flicker Wisp plus Strangler territory, which, I guess is fine if we're just going to sit here and wait for 900 turns before we do anything. Hopefully they don't just, like, repeal my vial here. Fuck. I just have to cast a Flicker Wisp just to get on the board. Not combine it with a Strangler. Ghost Quarter seems okay. Try to Ghost Quarter them off of Tron. Could just play Vile, Ghost Quarter them, but that doesn't seem great. Although, I think I kind of really... I need to capitalize on, like, Wisp plus Strangler synergy, whether it's hitting 6 lands or 5 with a Temple, or getting this Vile up to 3 eventually. I think it is kind of important I do this. Because I don't think I'm just going to win by playing a 3-2. What am I like, Condescending X equals 2? Sure. Debatable, I should have played that land. Would I have let this get countered? If I have Ghost Quarter? I think I would have actually let this get countered just to Ghost Quarter them. Not positive on that one. Why isn't the title updating? It's weird. Sorry, I'm lying to chat. Maybe I should Ghost Quarter this. Because there's no point in like Ghost Quarter I can draw. Because my opponent can actually like use the mana here, and it's not like they're gonna find their only other island. So they could like use the mana to cast something here if they wanted, but I don't know what they would cast. Yeah. Blue Black Tron? What on earth am I playing against? Alright, so this all makes sense. Solemn Simulacrum, Basic Islands, and Tron makes sense for Blue Tron, but like, why River of Tears? That's an acceptable card to draw. Synergizes with my Strangler. Let's take a look-see here. Remand and Platinum Angel, and Walking Ballista. Take the Ballista, I guess. We can beat a Platinum Angel. We have infinite path to exiles. Yeah, this deck is a lot of fun. I certainly enjoy playing it. That's why I play it. I don't play it because it's like if I wanted to try and win a bunch, it'd be on like Blue-White Control or KCI or Humans. I own Humans online. It's just like, I'd rather play this. This deck is more enjoyable for me. You're lucky it's bad. What is River of Tears doing in their deck, though, is my concern. They draw like Worm Coil. Mindslaver. That's not good for me. He's just gonna like path all my cards, and then I don't have an answer for this Platinum Angel. Maybe I'm supposed to fire off this path on the Solemn, so that can't happen to me. I'm talking about in Legacy, though. Like, in Legacy, Hoolin still hates this deck. What's up, Static? Then what am I supposed to do? If I path his thing, then I can't, like, strangle it? I'm just gonna, like, die to this Mindslaver. How do I get different badges? You have to sub, and then you get sub badges based on how long you've been a subscriber. Could Arbiter path this? Hope. And then they can only like path one of my things. They path my Tide Hollow, get back their Ballista. Then we have like answers for it. Yeah, but like that's an opinion he can have, but he also doesn't address that like it's a viable strategy. Or at least he wasn't during his tirade about it. It's like the humans hit some bad draws whilst being a scrub. Definitely happens. What do I want to do? Because we are playing the more the more tame of the formats. I don't want to like path all my things because I want. The issue is I'm just never gonna beat this Platinum Angel either way. I think I'm just gonna use one of these paths. Who was ranting about Death and Tags this time? Oh no, this was a long time ago. I Ask of the King. I was telling the story of why I got banned in Jeff Hoogland's chat to the chat here. And we're getting enslaved. Our minds. At first, when I discovered it, I thought Legacy was a turn one format. Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. If you've never like seen or like have experience in Legacy, a lot of people are scared of it. Like, oh, it's just like the Belcher decks and Storm are just like killing you on turn one all the time. We're getting mind slaved. Hopefully, we don't draw a land. Otherwise, we get absolutely wrecked. Because then they could like Strangler my thing and Path my thing. Finally putting Pauper Delver together. Don't draw land, don't draw land, don't draw land. Oh, sweet. Pauper Belcher. Is there a Pauper Belcher deck, or is this like the one land spy deck? So my opponent can like path my Tide Hollow, get their Ballista back, and then play a giant Ballista. But then they can't do anything else for the turn, so it's okay. Land spy. That deck is kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Making me take the damage, that's rude. They could also strangle instead of pathing, but I think they want to get rid of my answer to Platinum Angel. Then fail to find. Title Promise Legacy. I'm sorry, the title's broken, I can't change it. I literally, like, I can't figure out how to change the title. I'm hitting the update information button with a different title in, and it's just not working. I don't know why. What did they do? Oh, they're just passing my turn here. Sure. Flying Struver. I'm sorry. I'm a fraud. Lying to you all about me playing Legacy, so you'll watch me play bad modern decks. But seriously, I have no idea why it's not updating. I could put in the banner up top, stream title is a lie, can't update. But, I don't know. People will just keep coming in and saying. Oh, man. So basically the only way we're going to beat this is drawing another Path or Wasteland Strangler Flicker Wisp comboing. I could also just attack here. They don't block, or else we just Strangler them, so. Get them. Dang, they saw through my clever ruse. So we kind of just need to hold on to this combo. Clearly Legacy is the only form. Yeah, I need to play Legacy because my stream title won't change. Unfortunately, my opponent also has a Remand in their hand, so it's going to take a long time. We can Thought Knot before we get there, though. To hopefully resolve the combo, assuming we find 3 lands or 2, including a temple. We need to respect the card more. Oh, I guess if it's just a Tron emote, then. My opponent's not even a Tron deck, they're just like mono blue, hit land drops and cast a Minesleeper for value and then cast a Platinum Angel. Which is definitely how Blue Tron operates sometimes. Still confused about the River. The River of Tears might just be to like cast Dismember to sometimes take less damage. I guess. Since there's no inherent island synergies. And all your blue spells are like instant, so you're casting them on your opponent's turn. I guess. That's what I assume, at least. I knew a guy that played Blue Tron, he had it all foiled out, because like every Blue Tron player on the planet has it all foiled out for some reason. And he had an Urborg that was in his deck at some points, explicitly to not take damage off Dismembers. We could also just like Flicker Wisp this out of the way, and if they're at 0 life, they lose. So don't even necessarily need the combo. Think about Karn as a Shalai. Good source of card advantage with the deck's Lex. Helps against control, lets you stabilize against aggressive and exposed decks. There's a threat to make your opponent spend cards on it. Also helps you find Displacer, which is just too good. Sport Legacy to follow stream title. Karn's definitely an interesting addition to this deck. It's possible it's better than Gideon. I definitely consider testing it out. Easier to cast than Gideon, although albeit slightly. You only have 8 colorless sources in the deck, so it's not too often you can't cast a Gideon. I guess 9 because you can't cast off the swamp. But my opponent disconnected. All right, game plan. They DC'd. But it's definitely possible. I might give it a whirl. I was talking about at the beginning of the stream that maybe Eternal Scourge is just like isn't worth it if Blue White's the big bad now instead of Mardu Pyro. I was considering going back to Gideon. I don't know if I would main deck it though. It seems really clunky against a lot of the more aggressive decks of the format, like against Carney's Castable through Bloodmoon. That's also very relevant. And it just has a lot more loyalty than Gideon does. A lot of the time when you play Gideon, it's just like, oh, they're just going to bolt it to death. It's worse against K-Command if you're like making dudes. Oh, they came back. But definitely an interesting idea. I don't think I would ever main deck it, though. Well, maybe not ever, but I don't think I'd main deck it right now. It's just kind of embarrassing against all like the fast decks, the aggro decks, and the combo decks. It's just like a 4-mana personal Howling Mine that draws you the worst card every time. But against Control, it's definitely an interesting sideboard option that I might consider instead of or alongside Gideon. If you have an Aether Vial, the minus is basically like Gideon zeros. Because it makes 2/2s. Also, they pair with each other to they get bigger together. So we're just going to attack, attempt to resolve Thought Knot, probably get it remanded, pass the turn. That's just our whole game plan. They can like bounce one of these guys? Oh, they're dismembering the Thalia. Can't they like take less damage? Why didn't they tap this? But no, if you play to land this turn at black, I don't understand why this River Tears in their deck anymore. I thought it was the opposite. But I guess that makes sense, because you want to play it so you can Thoughtseize, and then you have it untapped on your opponent's turn for like Cryptic Command and stuff. Not specifically in this deck, but in general. Alright, Thalia's down. Cast this Remand. Or cast my opponent's Remand. We go to 11, they go to 8. Thought not. Doesn't look like we're going to win, but... Man, I haven't played against Blue Tron in forever. I forget what cards they even have. Is Stony Silence even worth it here? Ooh, Tech Edge. That's mean. And, like, just cast something. It feels like an X... Oh, yeah, they have the Walking Ballista in hand. I totally forgot that that existed. Oh, don't get all as dusted. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd want it against Tron, but it's a fair assessment. So I could Ghost Quarter here, but that seems like not even a good plan. Well, maybe it is because they have this Tech Edge. Just gonna trade with Ballista plus 2 free damage. Well, now I have to trade with Arbiter plus Wisp. And also I can't Ghost Quarter them because they get kill in response. Do you have any content regarding sideboarding in the current meta? I'm actually working on it. Optum. I've been a little bit busy, but I'm trying to get it done. I was writing about like the top 10 decks in the format and like what the sideboard plans are. So yeah, now we have to play Flicker Wisp to kill this Ballista. Trades with like our entire board. They didn't do this right. Wait, are they just shooting? Oh, they want to give me to 8, so I'm dead in 2 Platinum Angel Heights. They don't even care about this. That's fair. We need to draw, like, path number 3. Mindslaver was just really bad for us, being able to just, like, burn our paths like that. It's up all the time. I also still can't change the stream title. Sorry. Sorry for lying to you people. So, like, something wrong with it? Is, like, Twitch not letting me? Alright, I'm gonna try, like, just a very basic stream title. What the? It let me now? Is there something wrong with... Is my stream title getting censored or something? What's wrong with it? Does it not let me put Strangler in my stream title? That wouldn't make sense. Because I put in my stream title before. Can I update it to this now? No, yeah, it's 100% not letting me, like, add this specific stream title. But it lets me just add Modern Black White E&T League. We're getting ranched here by a Bluetron, but it's going pretty well. What's up with you? Oh, opponent lost connection again. I don't know what happened to their internet, but a little unstable. I should make a Bluetron column on the spreadsheet. Have I played against this? I might have played against this like once, but unlikely. Oh, nope, there it is, Bluetron. One time. So, oh, they're back. We have, what, 5 draws to survive a turn, assuming they have nothing, and we have 2 other draws that can kill a Platinum Angel. Okay, again, assuming that they have nothing, which is very unlikely with 3 cards in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Turn the camera a little bit there. Opponent, come back. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna try to post this stream title word by word until we get to the point where it's getting censored. Oh, never mind, they're back. Of course. Ruining my fun. I just want to know why Twitch doesn't let me post this as my stream title. Just like coil engine. I guess the tech edging me is probably the most reasonable play. Oh, at least not them out the door. Let's see what they got going on in their hand. Although they haven't played anything that I'm astonished by them playing in Bluetron. Except for the River of Tears. Still trying to figure out. So it is for the Dismember, I imagine, but is it just for casting it on their own turn, I guess? The minor upside there? There are probably times when you get screwed by playing a River of Tears. Although, maybe not, because everything's an instant. So if you have like a Thirst for Knowledge and 2 Tron lands, even if you play River of Tears as land number 3, then you can just cast the Thirst on your opponent's turn? I don't know. Alright, well, they're gone again, so we're gonna do this thing. Alright, so... Update. Alright, let me add because. Alright. Update. Wasteland works. It's Strangler. Won't let me put Strangler in the stream title.
I guess it's violent.
But it let me put it Strangler in before.
I don't know. Seems like a violent word.
I mean, it is. Like, I can understand why they wouldn't let me put Strangler in the stream title, but it's just weird that now they're not letting me do that. Can I put Strangly? That's not an actual word. Maybe it gets through their filters and whatnot. Haha, got him. Strangly is allowed. Yeah, so sure. Do that Talaria West thing. Not allowed to Strangle anymore. Apparently not. I've definitely had Strangler in my stream title before. Very unusual. Oh, they're gonna Chalice on 1 to prevent me from pathing their Platinum Angel? That makes sense. Smart. Chalice on 1, Tech Edge me. Well, what if we draw the path? Oh man, we don't even get to, like, see their stuff on the way out. Ha, take that, Tron lands. That did not work out very well. So how do we sideboard for this matchup? Do I want Stonies? Do I want... What? Like, what do I want? Let's figure out what I don't want. Pretty sure Eternal Scourge is just bad. Well, the only things I guaranteed want are, like, Combo and Bear Blossom. I don't think they have a lot of... They do have, Slaverlock as graveyard stuff, but I don't think they have too much, right? Occasionally they'll play Snapcasters. Do we keep Strangler? I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's my starting point here? What's my jumping on point? So, yeah, they don't run on Simulacron, but they do have, like, random artifacts that have activated abilities, right? My opponent played a Relic of Progenitus and a Mindslaver, but I just don't remember, like, how many. I don't think the answer is a lot. I think Stony is bad. Cut, like, 2 Stranglers, and this is my deck. Keeping paths for Warm Coils and Platinum Angels, I guess. Most of the main deck is fine. This matchup is definitely not bad. The hand was pretty clunky. And the Mindslaver kind of actually wrecked us. There's an argument for, like, bringing in a Relic just because it cycles and you can take them off of, like, random graveyard stuff, but yeah. Bluetron is, like, semi-customizable, so I think I'll just run it back like this. Oh, I didn't update the stream decker either. Should probably, there we go. Nope. There we go. Now it's good. Yeah, it's usually like the one-ish Mindslavers. It's not a lot, but I've seen, like, what are the mana rocks that tap for the mana rocks that are like Painlands? I forgot the talismans. I've seen, like, talismans in this deck. They have expedition maps, like, for sure. So there's an argument for Stony Silence. I don't know how high it is, just because I haven't played against Bluetron in, like, a million years. Let's Google a deck list. It's a little late, because we're probably already going to game 2, but... Ugin, not please no. 1 EE, 4 map, 1 relic, 1 talisman, 1 O-stone, 2 slavers. Yeah, that seems about right. There's one river of tears. Wow, this actually just looks like my opponent's deck. This is actually like all one-ofs too. One Ballista, one Snap, one Treasure Mage, one Trinket Mage, one Wormcoil, one Platinum Angel, one Sundering Titan, one Ugin, 4 Condescend, 3 Repeal, 1 Psychic, 3 Remand, 1 Dismember, 1 Supreme Will, 4 Thirst. This is for sure a lot of one-ofs. This hand's fine. Thalia and Thought-Knot. Thalia makes it so that their counterspells are a lot more awkward. That's mildly obnoxious, actually. They have a Gemstone Cavern in this list? Yep. We'll lead with Eldrazi Temple. Does my opponent have more pre-game effects? What else are we waiting for? Oh, they're pitching a card. Duh. Pitching a Solemn Simulacrum. So we'll lead on Temple in case we draw exactly another Eldrazi Temple. In all likelihood, we're just slamming Thalia on turn 2. Man, might get punished for playing Eldrazi Temple here if they just decide to Field of Ruin me turn 2. Did not play around Gemstone Cavern into Field of Ruin, though, so... Hello, cat. Yeah, I think whatever the opponent's playing, it's literally just this list that I'm looking at online. They just like keep disconnecting or something. They're just gonna lose on time. We're gonna feel even worse when they win with like 1 minute on clock. That's my least favorite matches. Ones where your opponents take like a million years, but then they win with like 1 minute left, and you're like, you have 15. Probably have brought in these spatial contortions, the dismembers, the worm coil, the Field of Ruin apparently, because it's one in the sideboard. Sweet, they decide not to Field of Ruin me. They can also counter this Thought-Knot, which is mildly annoying, but just gonna slam it anyway. They've already cast a Condescend. More likely to have Remand, and I can't double spell through a Remand anyway. Like, I can't go Thalia plus something else, except for Displacer plus Path, but that doesn't really do a lot. And sometimes it resolves, and you get to take their Wormcoil engine. Because if they repeal the Thought-Knot, then we get to play another Thought-Knot. There it is. Repeal, repeal. They're going to take 4. I don't want to play Thalia here, right? They can just repeal in response. Maybe I should have taken one of the repeals just because I had 2 paths in my hand for this Wormcoil. I just, like, gut instinct took the Wormcoil because it's scary. It's probably pretty reasonable that I just don't take that. I'm going to repeal my Thought-Knot and then kill this Eldrazi Temple. With the Field of Ruin, probably. But we can also just set up our stuff right now. We'll still have 3 lands. We can still search, so we'll still be able to cast Flicker Wisp, cast Thalia, all that stuff. I could also path my own Thought-Knot, but that seems loose. Prevent them from divinationing here. Wow. Alright, deal. Leave the Thought-Knot in play. Yep. Grab a Plains. I think I'm just gonna Flicker Wisp this Thought-Knot. they have like Remand or another Condescend, none of my spells are resolving here, except for an Aether Vial, so. And Aether Vial I don't think is going to be super relevant in this game. They do have a Remand. Huh. They're a little far away from killing me, just based on what's happening here. Unless they find an Ugin and lands to cast it. That's a thing. So now my opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So now I'm not going to play the Wisp, because my opponent can repeal my Thought Knot in response. I'm going to play just Thalia Displacer. Yeah, this is repeal Thought Knot in response. Sure. This is 7 mana? O Stone, that's kind of scary. Force them to crack it on just these things, though. It also takes down their Talisman. Ooh, rude. I wonder if I'm supposed to actually fire off this path here. I guess I could just displace it out of the way, right? Attack, and then I want to ensure that I still have lethal in play. Which means displace. I won't have the mana to do anything. I think I'm still... Actually, no. Displacing is the same thing as just letting it block, right? Oh no, I get 3 damage across this way, so... Let's displace it. They ping the Thalia. We just play land. No point in playing the Vial, because they're going to have to crack O-Stone here in a little bit. Hello. More Thought Knots. How do I want to get them to crack this? I don't have enough mana to Thought Knot plus displace it. I have enough mana to Wisp plus displace it. Maybe the Wisp is how I make them? Guess I didn't have to cast anything here. But I want them to crack it this turn so I can... no, this is dumb. Don't think I needed to cast anything. Kill their Gemstone Cavern, I guess. Or not kill it, but make it not produce blue for however little that's worth. Actually, no, this is fine. Yeah, this lets me leave and play like a lethal attacker, because I can Flicker Wisp out my Displacer here. If they crack here, then we just blink our Flicker Wisp. And then save our Displacer, which lets us leave a lethal threat in play. Alright, secretly a good plan. I'm not horrible at this game. have path for a blocker. Well, we have thought not to try to like clear the way if they have something in hand. Although they have something in hand to interact, they just do it in response to the thought not. But they need a lot of stuff to dig themselves out of this hole. Okay, they're just dead. Do I want the Stony? Oblivion Stone is really scary. They can not tutor for it with any other cards. They just find it with all their dig. So the 4 bits, Aisha 9. Maybe I do want these Stonies. So how many cards does Stony hit in their deck? 1 EE. Oh, I guess the EE. That's another reason for River of Tears. Engineered Explosives. Okay, I'll buy that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stony Silence hits 10 cards in their deck. One of which is Oblivion Stone, which is really scary. Dropped by to say today's stream was coming to you all late because actually if I was watching Demon Readers, I said that at the beginning of the stream, although some of the people weren't here. Because Henny was talking about watching The Emperor's New Groove. And I was like, we were busy watching Steven Universe, but I haven't seen Emperor's New Groove in a long time, so I should watch that. I'll just run it back. I don't even know if my opponent can kill me in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Guess we'll find out. Sand's capable. These are the hands that can die in 2.5 minutes if we don't get there, though. Oh, at least getting there. We can cast Tide Hollow Scholar and the like. Alright, they don't just have Tron, so that's good to know. I think we're just gonna play Thalia. Sure. We have plenty of other stuff to interact with what our opponent is doing. Oh, now they have Tron. That's spooky. So now I want to Tide Hollow them because I don't want them to have like a payoff for Tron here. Well, I guess none of these are particularly scary. Because they can kill my Tide Hollow regardless of what I take. I suppose I take the Dismember here because they can't crack the map and kill my Tide Hollow like that. Oh, almost passed the turn. Need to play that first. So if they want to just slam Platinum Angel, which I imagine they won't, but if they do, we just like Leonardo Path it. Talking about cartoons, have you watched Adventure Time finale? I've never actually like followed Adventure Time super closely, but I heard it was extremely hype, and also Aishnas wants me to watch it, which I'm considering. Yeah, they're just not going to cast anything here. They don't need to. They can Spatial Contortion this Tide Hollow, hold up this Remand. I'm just going to play this. It gets remanded, sure. Wow. Alright, whatever. Maybe they just like, don't even care enough to remand that. Dismember it. That's their plan. They want to save remand for something more relevant. I want to really make sure that this path resolves, though. So they can condescend for 2 only, so we're just going to untap Scholar them and then path this. I mean, remand this, sure, whatever. Deal. Pat that. They already have 1,000,000 mana. What you got over there? Spell Pierce? Why is Spell Pierce in their deck? Take the Cyclonic Rift, I guess. Spell Pierce seems like definitely not a card you leave in against other Texas. Did they want it on the play to beat Aether Vial? No, this seems really bad. Snapcaster Spatial Contortion. That's kind of what I was scared of, honestly, but even then, nothing particularly bad is happening. They're like killing my things and getting their Psych Rift back, sure. Now they're gonna just Spell Pierce Psych Rift again. And then what are they gonna do? Could have played. Okay, they're just dead. It's cool. I think we were honestly like pretty favored in that game. Sucks my opponent had those connection issues though. They could have easily drawn like some number of random haymakers and destroyed me. Like if they had drawn a Wormcoil Engine or a Sundering Titan or a big Walking Ballista. Their deck is extremely threat light, though. Assuming they're using the list I was looking at, they needed to draw into one of, like, Ugin, Sundering Titan, Wormcoil, Ballista. And that's about it, in order to actually, like, do anything that game. This hand's pretty good. What is the opponent on? Crazy Bailoff. Storm? Chest Guy? Blue Moon? Storm. Cool. Well, we have a Thalia and a Thought-Knot, so looking pretty good against Storm. We definitely have plans in the works. Just gonna Ghost Quarter, play Thalia. I'm probably not running out of Wisp on 3. Probably just waiting until the Vial ticks up to 3. Deck is gas first turn for sure. Static. This deck is very good for Storm. Sometimes you like get squeaked out, but this deck has just so many parts, and almost all of them are good against Storm. Wow, Fetch Storm. I haven't seen Fetch lands in Storm in a long time. My opponent not going to respect Leonin Arbiter here? Wow. Come on. Punish. Punish! Boo. Yeah, I'm not going to say no to more Thought-Knots, though. So I'm going to hold on to this Wisp here instead of just casting it. Because Wisp can combo with Thought-Knot to take another thing, or protect a Thalia, or flicker out like a Stormlord. And I'd be impressed if they could kill me from this board state. Yeah. Just no respect with that Leonin Arbiter. Just didn't respect it at all. Would have been so good. Always loved the term Stormlord. I'm not sure. There are like different words for it, right? People call them different things. What's gonna happen here? Are they gonna like, wait, what? Is my opponent like secretly just Jeskai with Sleight of Hand in their deck? Have I been duped? There's like Lightning Helixes? What? Oh, well, a pile of Thought-Knots is still really good here. Also, this Flicker Wisp to save my Thalia. Opponent's just playing Sleight of Hand in their Jeskai deck, alright. I mean, we'll just pummel Jeskai with Thought-Knots, too. And before, like, double Supreme Verdict. Man, am I missing... There's gotta be something wrong with my opponent's deck. Looting Manamorphose. My opponent's not just playing... Jeskai. Are they playing that, like, the Jeskai Pyro Ascension deck? Does that's a thing, right? But do they play Path? I don't think so. I'm gonna take this Path. I was gonna take the Helix for a second, but Path seems way better against my Thought-Knots here. Yeah, my best guess now is like the Pyro thing in the ice, but I'm not familiar with those deck lists at all, so do they play Path to Exile? Maybe. They're not gonna get burned by the Flicker Wisp a second time. Helix into looting. Which could like Thought-Knot them again, hit them for 7. They discard. Looting Steam Vent, so they still have Manamorphose and Island in their hand, but... Let's try, like, Displacer. Something rude. It's not very rude. But we get to Windmill Slam another Thought-Knots here. I mean, I guess I take this Faithless Looting? I kinda wish they had something more reachable in hand. Let me try to see if I can find a deck list. Modern Pyromancer Ascension? No, this is just Storm. Man, my opponent going off here. Opponent going off. Did they play the island? They did. So I don't know anything in their hand anymore. Oh, they drew a Path. That's mean. Still wouldn't hate... What is this? Oh, flashback looting. Sure, whatever. Can't find anything from 2018. Oh, that's acceptable. Still double Stone Rain them at least. And put them to 4. Take them off of white. Send them back to the Stone Age here. Let's see this. Blue, white, red from a couple days ago. Yeah, this looks like my opponent's deck for sure. Jeskai Ascendancy? Oh, dope. Wow, are they a combo? Wow, are they Jeskai Ascendancy combo? Like the old Jeskai version that wasn't playing the Mana Dorks? It was just the Fate Stagers? Man, this deck was a lot better when you had Dig Through Time. My opponent's cast 3 Faithless Lootings, right? Because I took 1, and they've had 2, so this is not quite the same deck, but it looks... Wait, no. This one doesn't have Lightning Helix. Also, there's the 4th Faithless Looting. There's Lightning Bolt. This deck isn't playing Helix. Should I be concerned that this is what they're on? There's one Helix on the board, 2 Pyros, 2 Mentors. I think we can afford just leaving Stranglers, though. Cut most, if not all, of my paths. Well, I can't even really, like, board as if they're Ascendancy combo, because I don't have, like, enchantment removal anyway. But I can board this Rest in Peace and these Relics, which I would be boarding in regardless. Let's see this other deck. Jeskai Thing, Ascension. Bedlam Reveler, Thing in the Ice, 4 Faithless, 4 Serum, 4 Sleight of Hand, Bolt, Helix, Metamorphose, Opt, Path. Yeah, these are all cards that my opponent cast. I'd buy this one. So I definitely want to keep in my paths if that's the case. My opponent's on Thing in the Ice and sideboard Monastery Mentors. I also still want this Graveyard Hate because my opponent is a Bedlam Reveler Pyromancer Ascension Faithless Looting deck. But I also want my, like, anti-control cards. Opponent also can't beat an Eternal Scourge, right? Yeah, their removal, their Wrath is Anger of the Gods. So opponent actually can't beat an Eternal Scourge in play. Because it's blocking with Bedlam Reveler, but I want Fatal Push. Fatal Push is better than Path against Thing. I probably also want this combo. Jeez, I want all these cards. What am I cutting? All my cards are so good in this matchup. I guess Strangler is kind of weak. Thing in the Ice is hard to eat. You can get them to block pretty often. A lot of the times they'll just like keep checking your your 2 power guys. They'll block Thalias and Scholars and stuff. But I think I'm at least shaving them down. And then cutting down Displacer? No. Arbiter, maybe? Just like shave stuff around the whole deck here. Probably cut like a path. Another Arbiter. Well, it doesn't have Electrolyze, notably. I don't want to be like soft to cut most of the Arbiters. This matchup doesn't feel like one I have to steal with Arbiter Ghost Quarters. I think my opponent's pretty cold to Eternal Scourge. Could a land. That's reasonable too. Put them all into 6. We will join them. Nice. The perfect mana base here. Opponent's on 5 though. Deal. Ooh, even more of a deal. We can just land Bitter Blossom. We also have a path versus an early Thing. Looting, Opt, Serum Vision, Sleight of Hand. Bottom. They might be digging for lands, so I'll decide on whether I want to turn to Bitter Blossom or Thalia based on if they make this land drop here. Oh yeah, they're digging deep. Okay, so they found this is the land drop they found. I think I'm gonna play Thalia here, just because they're gonna have to like, keep trying to cantrip into more lands. The problem, they might have a Bolt for it or something, but that prevents them from hitting a land drop this turn. We can combo here. Or Bitter Blossom. Combo. I want the Bitter Blossom, but my opponent representing that they have a Bolt here or something. I want to tax them if they want to cantrip more than I want to just like set up staying power. They bolt this into cantrip. Yeah. Now we'll set up Bitter Blossom. Hopefully draw like a Relic or something. What is a Bedlam Reveler coming soon? God, please don't have a Wear Tear. That'd be the actual worst. I should have tapped differently. His combo won you games. It's never really the card that like wins you a game, right? Yeah, because I could have like pathed this untapped. Because your opponent's not gonna like kill themselves into it. It's definitely going to prevent your opponent from winning, which is the big thing against like Storm and KCI. Ooh, Shalai is pretty good. Kind of concerned about Path, but I'm just gonna jam into it. I guess technically it did win me a game against Adnos once, because it gained me 2 life, and then my opponent didn't have enough lands to kill me. They had to pitch exactly enough lands that they had left in their hand, and then I pitched 1 land and killed them. That was definitely an outlier, though. Ascension, sure. Path. Oh, they do have the Tear. Rude. We draw like the 1 Leonard Arbiter we left in the deck. That'd be gas. I think I'm gonna Ghost Core to this Plains. Their mana base only has 1 Plains in it, so I think I can take them off with white. And we have enough lands to like do our own stuff anyway. Combo is at its worst against these Lightning Bolt decks, though. It's better at taxing combo decks and blue-white, which doesn't have as much spot removal. And let's look at the thing, I guess. Give it another counter. Go score this now. They could cast a Bolt here, but they can't Bolt anything, because I have the Shalai in play anyway. I'm just not going to path this until I need to. Sure. You restart that thing in the eyes or remove counters from Ascension? Yeah, for sure. So if they start taking up this Ascension, I'm probably just going to Flicker Wisp it, since we already have the answer to the thing. It says 2 or more quest counters on it, so I'll probably just Flicker it next turn, assuming they cast a spell. Never mind. They just have actual nothing. Just gonna Wisp my own Wisp. I don't want to Wisp out one of their lands more than I want to even Wisp out this Ascension. Yeah, why not? They can't shock it back in, so this just effectively taps it. They can't get enough counters on this Ascension and keep casting spells here. Like if they cast an Opt and a Seer Visions, then they can get a double Bolt or something. As soon as this last counter tries to lead to the thing, we just path it and win. You dead? You dead, opponent? Maybe. Don't know what they could be thinking about here. They found a land. They have to find a basic with it. They do have a basic mountain, so they can, like, cast another cantrip into double bolt the Shalai, but then they're still dead, because if they try to flip the thing, we just path it. That's assuming they have their 3rd bolt in hand, and another thing that goes with a card in their graveyard. I'm going to 1. Solid choice. Grab Sacred Foundry. Yeah, sure. Thing goes down to 1 counter. You got it. You got a free spell. Gonna gut shot my Shalai. Gut Shot wasn't... Oh yeah, they can't have Gut Shot. They're 1 life. Opponent was extremely dead. That deck didn't seem exceptional. Although they did mold a 5 game 2, but the deck seems just kind of like a bad version of traditional Jeskai. Pyromancer Ascension's a cool value-y card, but this deck just seems like it's hard to win the game. 4 thing, 2 Bedlam Reveler. I don't know. They had me going. I thought they were Storm for like 3 turns, but that didn't matter because all of the cards in my hand were good against Storm and Jeskai. Let's go to round 3. This guy's name seems familiar. That sounds keepable. We have Violin to Displacer, Violin Thalia, all that jazz. This hand sucks against Tron. That doesn't really help me either. At least my opponent's Tron hand seems pretty weak. They don't have turn 3 unless they have it naturally. Uh-oh. Ooh, Eldrazi Tron? Double path. Nice. I'm just gonna cast Displacer now. I don't have to like leave up a path for a Thought Knot. If they just have like natural Tron into something stupid, then like sure, they got me. They don't typically run Ugin in this deck unless I'm mistaken, so playing the Thalia doesn't even prevent them from casting a Karn. I'm just gonna jam. We can like Path plus Strangler plus a Violin Thalia, depending on what the opponent does. We have a lot of options for turn 3. Alright, that's fine. Natural Tron Mindstone. Smasher? We beat a Smasher. Oh, that's a card that exists, I guess. Alright, we got Sky Sovereigned. Apparently that's a card that they play. Just gonna put in Thalia and pass. I don't think I want to make a 3-2. Jesus, they just have like Natural Tron double tower as Eldrazi Tron. Luckily they don't play like Ulamog. They can't just ruin my life here. I'm probably ruin it with a Karn, but alright, they just like play Ulamog, that's cool too. Sure. Why wouldn't they be playing that card? Yeah, alright, well, we can still win from this. Career Sky Sovereign. I don't know why they didn't take me off of white sources, but I mean, we're not likely to win. My opponent still has 3 cards in hand, 9 million mana. But we have a chance. I guess I should path this in their upkeep, just in case they need the 13th mana. I keep wanting to path this. No. Draw step path it. I'm bad at this game. I've tried to path it like 3 times before finally deciding to actually path it. So they had the other waste in hand. Hope they drew it. Hope that path was, like, really good. Endbringer, alright, time to draw another path. Maybe they'll block if I attack. There's, like, no way in the world they actually block this. Dang it. If we drawn a land, we actually could have played Shalai and been able to actually beat this Endbringer. Or at least have game against it. Take that all as dust. Oh, sure, yep, Thought Not Seer, deal. Man, that Shalai would have been really good if we had found it this turn. We did surprisingly well with the tools we were given versus the tools our opponent was given. I'm honestly surprised we made it through this much stuff. Kill Nathalia. They saw through my clever plan of the Wasteland Strangler that they know is in my hand. Except I might as well block this, because it's just dead next turn. Go score to the temple. Sick with your Flicker Wisp. So good with our Strangler. Didn't even use their Endbringer. No respect. Didn't even, like, ping me. Alright. Yeah, it turns out we were just never, ever gonna win this. Alright, we gotta teach him a lesson. Take that! Taste it, Tron! Get out of here with your garbage power plants. Alright, yeah, now we'll concede. Alright, Eldrazi Tron time, huh? Probably not Bitter Blossom, honestly. Being able to fly is super relevant in this matchup. Stonies are the best card in our deck by far. Sideboard is not really tuned to, like, play against Eldrazi Tron at all. Fatal Push might be okay. It pushes Ballistas, it can Revolt push Thought Knots. Settle the Wreckage might also play decently. What sucks? Thalia, actually, like, is really bad in this matchup. I think I like the rest of it, though, so maybe I don't want Pushes. Pushes is not very good against most of their deck, notably. Tron shouldn't be a thing in Modern, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, some people don't like Tron, for sure. It's definitely on a lot of people's list of least favorite decks in Modern. I don't really care. It can exist, whatever. Sometimes they like face roll you like that, but then some like Hollow One also just like, oh, Burning Inquiry double Hollow One on turn 1 and you discard all your lands. Sucks. Those games happen too. So I'm kind of whatever about it. I could cut Aether Vials actually. I think that's usually what I cut. Bring in Stonies. Like do that. Bring in these pushes. Is push like more? I don't think push is actually worth it though. Could bring in Scourge. The Scourge is just a 3/3. I think we'll just run like that. Yeah, Stoneforge is still banned. The classic meme. That hand kind of blows. If we had an Eldrazi Temple, his hand would be gas. We have an Eldrazi Temple, also double Ghost Quarter, so my opponent can't Natron me this time. Let's just scry like Thought Knot to the top. Or Leonin Arbiter. I'd be okay with either of those. If Yahenni's here, I think he has the Hoogland's emote, the Stoneforge in jail. Put him all into 6. I will keep this. Aha! Deal. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I'm going to lead with Arbiter unless they play a map on turn 1. So I want to try to like catch them off guard, let them tap low for something, and Ghost Quarter them, rather than play the thing and let them. Oh, yeah, now I'm definitely not playing Arbiter. Don't want them to just Ghost. I mean, I guess I kind of do want them to just Ghost Quarter me, but they're also not doing anything scary, so. We're just going to slam Displacer. Turn 3, we can Arbiter Ghost Quarter them if they like pay 2 mana for something. Can we get at my draw step opponent? They like Ghost Quarter my caves in my draw step. Seems like exceedingly loose. Opponent might have just like had a draw step stop set and just forgot to take it off, and now they think I'm in my main phase and not doing anything they haven't realized yet. That's what I imagine, at least. We're just going to play Displacer, pass the turn. I don't want to expose the Arbiter to a Dismember or a Spatial Contortion or something like that, if I can help it. I want to Stone Rain. I want to strip mine my opponent out of this game. If they ever get out of my draw step. Do I even have Etron on this list? It just hasn't been a deck in so long. Are they anywhere on this list? I feel like I played against them. Maybe I'm just remembering. Can't find them. Maybe I didn't. Alright. Let me go to my main phase. Thank you. I play like Walking Ballista. Oh, cool. They just lost. So they just kept a... They kept it 1 land 6 right at the bottom and then didn't hit the second land drop. Solid. Am I changing anything in the sideboard plans? No. Thalia continues to be medium here. I might like something here instead. Eternal Scourge, Fatal Push, your options, but Thalia's okay. It taxes like a very minor amount of their deck. The important cards are mostly your flyers and Arbiter, Ghost Quarter, and Stony Silence is real good. Well, I'll just run it back. Could board in Zealous. Zealous for like the sick combat blowouts. It's not good against anything explicitly, but it could be good on a board state. This hand sucks. Classic Eldrazi taxes hand. If these were like 2 dual lands, would I keep this hand? Maybe. If this was like land plus Eldrazi Temple, I might keep this, but even as it sits, if these were like both concealed courtyards, this hand is still pretty medium. Ooh. Deal. I'm in. In for that Eldrazi Temple. Opponent just has Mimic in their Eldrazi Tron deck? That's unusual. They like have it in the sideboard for when they need to get more aggressive against combo decks or something. Like imagine your KCI matchup is not very good with Eldrazi Tron. You kind of need to leverage that. I'm just not gonna path this. This thing is beneath me. For now at least. Needle. Eldrazi Displacer, maybe? Ghost Quarter? Please name Aethermile. God, that would be hilarious. Oh, Ghost Quarter. Reasonable. We'll just grab it to the bottom if I knew there was another one underneath it. I'm really expecting a Thought Knot next turn, which makes me want to leave up this path, but I don't think I can afford to just like take another turn off like this. And if they don't have Thought Knot, then it just looks real dumb. I'm very open to that being wrong, but oh, it looks like they don't. Cool. They should like Tron me again. Is that their plan? Fortunately, I'm limited to 1 card per turn, so I think it's Arbiter here. Arbiter or Thalia. So they play Thing. They have 8 mana, so none of my decisions matter. They have 9 for Ulamog. Arbiter is probably better to combo with this Path if they play like an Endbringer or Reality Smasher next turn. Smash me for 10. It's kind of actually horrifying, but... I can Path it plus leave up Blinks. If they just Smasher me. 6 mana, Endbringer me. I think I'd rather them do that than Smasher. I take less damage and I can still Path it. Deal. Oh, I thought this thing was a 6/6. I don't know anything about this game. Ooh, another white source. For sure, kill that. Do I want to add to the board now, or do I want to start leaving up Blinks here? So I'd like play another Displacer, or I could just wait a turn. I think I want to leave up Blinks, honestly. I'm at 13. If my opponent has like more Eldrazi to play to make this Mimic big, we actually start taking some pretty big hits. Nice Ghost Quarter. Yeah, if they have like Smasher here. Yep. This is just spells, right? Yep, I can blink it. Ooh. Spicy one. We're for sure just attacking with everything and leaving up double blink or settle the wreckage. Please just like play another Smasher. God, that would make my day. Reshaper. Boo. Get out of here. My opponent trying to figure out how Arbiter works. I wish I had like one more mana I could blink the Arbiter so they can't even like search their wastes here. I'm concerned that like one of the last cards in their hand is Ulamog and they just get to cast it. Oh, Contortion, sure. Yeah, because this puts them to 9. Now I'm just gonna displace her Thalia, I think. I don't die to a Smasher. I only have one card left in hand, so. Why else even? You're gonna get to leave up a blink. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack. I have lethal on board as it sits. I don't want to like waste my mana blinking then a reshaper than attacking. Rather try to set it for lethal next turn. It makes it Ulamog slightly worse against me. I think I might actually be able to beat Ulamog if they cast one here. Not 100% sure. Haven't really done the math on that one. If they have a removal spell, they get to live. What are they casting here? 4 mana. Ballista. Ballista for 3 doesn't even do very much. Yeah, seems like Ballista for 3. Maybe not. Don't know what they're casting. What are they trying to play? What is this? What is this mystery card? They can't even. I guess All's Dust doesn't do anything. All's Dust kills my Thalia, but my Displacers stay, so. Yeah, Ballista for 3, okay. Yeah, I just let that die. This lets me just blink down the Reshaper and then blink down the Walking Ballista on my turn. Yeah, they send here. We just blink it down. We blink this to kill it. And we still have double blink up, so we're pretty insulated against most things. They shoot me in the face, yeah. They can't even kill me with another Ballista, because the biggest they can play it is for 4. They can't kill me with a Smasher because I have 6 mana here. They can't kill me through with an Ulamog. Sure, Mind Stone away. Can't kill him with an All's Dust. If they had put that Pithing Needle on, Eldrazi Displacer would be kind of in a bad spot. There we go, we win. Whew. Little close there. Have I played against E-Tron before? I don't see it. There's... I guess I'll put down E-Tron. Huh, weird. I feel like I played that matchup before. Alright, just trying to update the board here. We win the die roll. And this hand's pretty gas. Lead with Godless Shrine here. Probably playing Thalia turn 2, depending on what deck they're on. It'd take a lot to change my mind from Thalia. I guess it'd take, like, if they play like a Birds of Paradise, I'd play Arbiter, but... Seachrome goes to humans? Yeah. Is that the case? I have to just run out Displacer right now? I want, like, the biggest bodies in play possible? Yeah, I guess I lied when I said it wouldn't. It would take a lot. It'd take one of several things. Could be spirits. Correct. All the time. However, I'm going to guess humans. Seems like the much more predominant deck right now. Double Seachrome, maybe it is spirits. Middling Mage me? Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, it's humans. Alright, let's make spells uncastable, I guess. Thalia here. I'm attacking. Yeah, I'm not blocking. Because my opponent's very likely to have, like, Thalia's Lieutenant, just eat my Displacer. So I might as well get in my damage and play Thalia to block a Thalia. Non-creature spells cost 1,000,000 mana now. Noble. Oh, wow. They are spirits all the time, you got it. They're just spirits with main deck Thalia. Supreme Phantom. Give me the beatdowns. The next level, indeed. You fucking had them. Ooh, Tide Hollow plus Blink. I like that option. I think one of the... Dude, cat, why? Get off of me. I think one of the decks that topped a PTQ main deck 3 Thalias? Could be. Alright. let's Tide Hollow him here. And then we can just like Strangler, start displacing it next turn and just destroy their entire lives. Blink it. And also make sure they don't have any like rattle chains or something. So that's why I didn't want to Strangler here. Guess I could have Stranglered after just casting Tide Hollow first. They probably rattle change their Supreme Phantom, but I don't think that really matters here. I think shredding their hand before just shredding their board with Strangler plus Displacer is probably pretty relevant. Image, you're gonna Tide Hollow me? Probably not. They're probably just gonna make a Supreme Phantom. Image is really bad against Eldrazi Displacer, notably. So this image is very non-concerned. They could Tide Hollow me just to like see what I got going on. Take the Strangler. I have to kill their Phantom to get it back. Yeah, I just want another Spirit Phantom, sure. Gonna get hit for a decent chunk here, but... So I want... stacked like this. So this one is the one that goes under the Tide Hollow. Which one do I want away forever? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter that much, but... I think I want the Kira under the Tide Hollow. The Rattle Chains away forever. No, the opposite. No, because if they draw like something that actually gets rid of the Tide Hollow, like Reflector Mage that's somehow in their deck, then they can't Reflector Mage plus Kira or something. Whereas they could like get rid of this Tide Hollow with some Violent 3 into the Rattle Chains. So I want to put the Kira underneath. Exile the Rattle Chains forever. Then pass the turn. Take my beats. And then strangle them out of the game. Hopefully they didn't draw like exactly Drog School Captain. This week they drew Meteor Vault. Gonna play 3-mana Aether Vial. Might as well. So if we top deck a land, we can just blink Supreme Phantom and Strangler the other Supreme Phantom. Take a good chunk here. They'd probably rather leave back Meteor Vault as a 4/4 blocker than play this file, but maybe I'm wrong. It's a little bit annoying. I give them another chance to draw something, like a Drog Skull Captain. But now Drog Skull Captain is in the range of Wasteland Strangler, at least. So we can just play Arbiter, just as another body, and kill a Supreme Phantom. And then we take 1, 2, 3. If they have like a Lord, if they find like Drog Skull Captain, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something like that. And then we're still fine. Or fine is, I guess, relative, but... I'm gonna attack with Displacer, right? If they attack with Thalia, I block. If they attack with the big Mutavault, I block with Arbiter, so... Yeah, I'll get in damage while I can. Still don't want to draw the land, so we can make sure to put them under. If they draw a Drog Skull Captain, or like another Lord, this gets ugly. Especially another Lord. If they draw another Lord, I actually can't kill it with a Strangler. I have to kill the Wanderer. And they beat me up with 2/4s, unless I can find something to blink my Strangler with. Or find, like a land so I can double blink it and stuff. Make a 3/3 that we're chump blocking. Just block the Arbiter. Might actually double block here because we have this Thalia in our hand. Ooh, did they draw Drog Skull? Jesus. Oh, Nebel. Nebelgast Herald? It's beatable at least. We're gonna take a good chunk. We might die if we don't find a land here. They attack with Thalia now too. Shit. Maybe attacking with the Displacer was really bad. I was not playing around Nebelgast Herald. Hopefully this extra 2 doesn't come back to bite me. Chump block here, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kill this, then they only have 3 power in play. Please don't attack with that for some reason. Yeah, pulled that one back. I don't know why they would have ever held that back, but okay. Fuck, we really want to draw a land. Eating this Lord takes 3 power off the board, so we'll have 1, 2, 3. We die to a Lord off the top, actually, here, because we just can't find a land. If I kill this, we still die to Lord off the top, yeah. This also lets us chump block with our Tide Hollow. Yeah, that attack with the Displacer might have cost me this game. What happens if they draw another Nebel thing? Mutavault's a 2. I do want to end this game at some point. I can only block... I can only need 3 ground creatures, right? So if they tap down this and attack with these 2, I can chump block the Thalia and trade with the Mutavault, which I don't really want to do, so I'm going to pass. Suppose I could attack with Thalia, play another Thalia, but... I just need to dodge Lord here. And then hopefully we stabilize. Hopefully we draw a 6th land at some point. Would be very nice. Or a 6th mana, not a 6th land. Yeah, because right now we have 5 if you include the temple. Alright, hopefully we're not dead. I can't do anything about it if we are. We don't have Path to Exile, they're double Thalias in play. Ugh. 3 mana Path to Exile. If it were a 2 mana Path to Exile, I need to get like a Thalia off the board. Block, please. Dang. We're still dead to a top deck Lord, or top deck Spirit at this point, because they'll have 2-power flyers. I feel like they have a lot of lethal draws at this point, this stage in the game. Kira is a spirit, right? Yeah. So they have lethal. Like, I'm not going to respond to a vial if they activate one, because we're just going to die if they put in a spirit anyway. Well, let's hope this works. Yeah, like rattle chains. If like anything on these vials, we just die, but attempt to kill the Neeble thing. Opponent making me sweat here. They have something cool. We're dead. 2 damage definitely came back to bite us. Yeah, it's lethal. Attacking with that displacer definitely cost me. Although I'm not sure we could have stabilized. It depends on if we drew a land here. Like, if we had drawn a land at some point, we might have been able to stabilize. Like, we're at 2 more life here. We're still facing lethal on board, and we're also out of things to eat with the Strangler. So if we find 6th land here, we can, like, we have to start double blinking down stuff. We might have a chance there. Definitely more of a chance than if I had, like, just not attacked blindly for no reason. Alright, so what's the sideboard plan here? Hey, Kumball, get out of here. We want these X1 things. Bitter Blossom, Fatal Push, Settle the Wreckage, Cut Thalias and Arbiters. Thalia was like actively bad there. If we didn't have that Thalia in play, we would have actually survived to the next turn, because we could have blinked plus cast a Path to Exile. Arbiter, my opponent likely doesn't have any fetches, like maybe a couple, but is there anything better? Eternal Scourge? Just do it like that. The old human sideboard plan. Cut all the clunky hate bears for realistic cards. You turn lazy. You turn lazy. Hello, cat. I would like to play first. Yeah, I'll keep his hand. Hand's pretty strong on the play. Pontiff's definitely better on the play than on the draw. Just get the skull or them deal. What you got over there? That seems like a very bad sideboarding plan from my opponent. I will accept this. And take the Supreme Phantasm. Good sideboard plan, opponent. Bringing in Damping Spheres against me. Good, solid, real good deck building decisions. What? Play a Damping Sphere. Do it. Drew an image. We have ways to kill it. I don't really care. They can take the path. We displacer, shoot it down. They take the displacer. We can path. Too bad I boarded all my Leonard Arbiters. Double Ghost Quarter. They have like 4 lands in hand, though. Or 4 lands total, 2 lands more in hand. So we wouldn't really get them. Yeah, they take the Displacer because that like makes me play off curve here. Makes me play off curve a little less. I'm just going to path this right now to get in for 2. I'm never not going to path this, so... Beats Ultra the Temple, clearly a good choice like Surgical. Yeah. And before my opponent brought in Surgical against me. Just 2 Damping Spheres, too. Just ready for me. I sideboard this card sometimes, opponent. That's a very not good plan. Shut off those 4 temples in my deck. I will gladly make my temple produce 1 less mana if my opponent starts the game with 1 less card in their hand. If I turn my Eldrazi temples into wastes that Ravens cry my opponent, I'm all in. They play Akira, sure, whatever. We play Displacer. Alright, just trying monopaths here. I'm going to offer the trade. I don't think they'll take it. Yeah. So we can un-Kira Shield things just with attempt to flicker plus a path, so it's just a really expensive path exile. But considering half my opponent's hand is now Damping Spheres, I'm not terribly concerned with my opponent overwhelming me on threats. Sure. Deal. Yeah, get him. I might honestly pump my team with this Pontiff and just hit my opponent for 7. Maybe we play Scourge instead? Probably play Scourge instead. Horizon Canopy. It's a card that makes sense, I suppose. Basic, or it's a non-basic planes that cycles late game. I wonder if my opponent can afford to play those, though. 3-drop. It's whatever that thing is, the big lord guy. Yeah, Drug Skull. So I just Anthem my team and then force my opponent to chump block with their Drog Skull Captain? That seems like, yeah, this seems like the wrong one to block. Alright, cool. My opponent is probably dead. I suppose I should play around Settle the Wreckage. We can beat a Worship, but probably I try to attack in such a way that I don't get completely demolished by that card. I could also just like blink my Tide Hollow, or they'll just concede. Cool. Maybe they'll board out Damping Sphere. I certainly hope so. I mean, as someone who wants to win, I hope they don't, but as someone who wants to play competitive games of Magic, I really hope they board those out. because they are embarrassingly bad. There's a chance 2 Arbiters are better than 2 Scourges. My opponent did have 2 Flooded Strands. I imagine their mana base probably looks like 4 Flooded Strand, plus like 3-ish basics and like a Hollow Fountain or 2, plus all the utility stuff. So maybe it's better than a 3/3, just a 2/2 that combos with Path and Ghost Quarter. Because I can buy it. It's not good, but might just be better. Also, like, is an easier turn 2 play. Especially if my opponent slams Damping Sphere, then I can't cast Eternal Scourge on turn 2. And Sands Gas. Flicker Wisps and Flyers. Or Flicker Wisps. Path to Exiles and Flyers. No Vial, no Mausoleum Wanderer is always a good sign. God, I really hope my opponent slams Damping Sphere here. It'd make my life. Come on, do it! No, they probably have Rattle Chains. Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to path this Rattle Chains. I don't want to give them like 4 mana here. This plays into a second Rattle Chains if I decide to path this now, but I just don't think... If they pass with 3 mana up, I just won't. I guess it also plays into Spellquiller, but either way, I'm just not casting a path here. I'll Flicker Wisp, leave a white up. Well, I guess maybe not, because they're just gonna... Yeah, they're just gonna hold up. Whatever it's called here. Now I probably will actually Scholar them. And then they Spellqueller the Scholar, and then I path the Spellqueller and get to Scholar them. This is like 9,000,000% Spellqueller. Yeah, sure. Could get fancy, path it in their draw step to draw step tide all of them, like a Vendilion Click, but I don't want to get bodied by another Spellqueller or another Rattle Chains or something. I'll give them the mana. Oh, it's moderately annoying hand. It's pretty reactive, though. We can burn through these paths. This Shalai is going to be good. We also have Shambling Vents, which can gain life here. Does this thing have Flash? Yes, it does. Captain Scully. Hit me for 6 is pretty rough. So our hand is Path Neeble thing. We have Ghost Quarter for the Mutavault, though. Ooh, we have Arbiter Ghost Quarter Path. That seems pretty good. Arbiter. Although, this means that they get to, like, path my Tide Hollow without meeting a land, but I don't think that matters. Kill their Mutavault. Path their Drug Skull Captain. Because wrong me for also just playing Shalai there. They have to use their path on the Shalai, and then I get to... they never get to cast their second Path to Exile. Because they don't, like... Because usually they're going to use their path to unlock their second path. Like right here. But if I play Shalai, they're forced to use the path on the Shalai first. So they never unlock their second path, but I don't know how relevant that is. Deal. We are drawing a lot of Path to Exiles. I'm straight up just going to path the Nebel Ghast. Maybe I won't. I could, like, path it plus Flicker Wisp. Oh yeah, this is or another Spirit? Wow, that's insane. I did not know that that's how that card worked. Yeah, I'm going to path this. It's actually kind of scary. They could, like, path Skull or path Wisp, which is, again, really bad, but... And then we get to play the Shalai, which they probably can't beat very easily. Like, their plan is probably Path Skull or Path Wisp, attack for 2. We play Shalai and then start hopefully stabilizing with Shambling Vents. Yep. Opponent probably reading Shalai. So what's the worst thing? If they have another Nebel thing? Sure. Then we start getting to attack with Shambling Vent next turn. Maz Wanderer, that's fine. Ooh. That's kind of scary to hold up here. This is why I hate Settle the Wreckage more than Worship in this matchup, because it's so bad against Mausoleum Wanderer. Because if they like have a Lord and then Alpha me, then I can't even cast Settle the Wreckage. I'm totally fine with them trading anything that they want to trade. I was fine with them taking a bunch here. Still not dead to a Lord or a Nebel thing. Yeah, if we just had Worship here, I think this is just game over. Opponent's very hard pressed to beat a Worship. Ooh. I'm really scared that my opponent has more stuff to do, though. I play Displacer. We saw this blocker. If I just keep attacking, what are they going to do? I feel a lot safer with Displacer and play next turn. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack with Arbiter. Because then I could leave up Displacer Blinks or Settle the Wreckage. If they have like a 3-drop Spirit, if they have like Drog Skull Captain, they can just eat this Arbiter, but... Yeah. But I guess if they have Spell Queller, this is kind of obnoxious. feel like untap with Displacer I'll feel much better. Yeah, there we go. Alright, they're at 1. What you got, opponent? Phantasmal image? What are they going to image? My Shalai? I mean, that doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. I just get to target it and kill it. Yeah, that doesn't do anything, opponent. So if I just like blink multiple of their things down, they just can't win here, right? I'm also okay with just killing their whole board here. Yep, that's fine. Could have like animated Shambling Vet and gone for lethal, but I don't think it mattered a whole lot. I think wrathing my opponent and just being safe. Holding up. Displacer I could have like also Displacer activation got in for lethal. Maybe that was like a better play, but are you dead? Sweet. That was more nerve-wracking than it needed to be, considering my opponent was boarded in whatever, Damping Sphere against me. Moving up in the world. Alright, who's our final boss? Sandy Dog MTG. That name sounds familiar, too. Ooh, deal. Snap this hand off. On the draw, it's a little more awkward, but... Ooh, wait, they're on burn? Oh, last seen 26 days ago, and yeah, they could be on anything. Oh, it's actually... It's a 4-0 showdown, too. If they are on burn, the hand blows. I think I just gotta keep this. This hand's so good against a lot of stuff. Triple Ghost Quarter Arbiter can just absolutely wreck my opponent. If they're on like Titan Shift or Ad Nauseam or Storm or something, they just like don't have all the lands. KCI could be burn. Looks like burn to me. Could be the. All right. More displacers isn't great. Actually, the stomping ground. Pull my face. Well, I'll spike my face. Yep. Need to draw like Thalia here. That would be the perfect top deck. Sculler. I'll accept Sculler. Sculler's not good, but it like trades with stuff here at least. The Arbiter Ghost Core plan is really not on the forefront of my mind right now. Forefront of my mind is survive, which means trade off Tide Hollow with Goblin Guide, or make it eat a bolt at the least. Then play Displacer. Ooh. Take that Lava Spike. Man, if they attack with both here, that's horrifying. Oh, the No Fear. God, that's terrifying. I think I want to block. Giving them Lava Spike back is bad. I go to 10, go to 7, but then we have Displacer to wall off Swift Spear. I think I'm not going to go for the free block on Swift Spear. That seems really risky. This is a Tarkus command? Oh, well, they're on, like, True Burn. Oh, and they just ate my thing, too? Jeez, that Tarkus command was backbreaking. Spike my face, put me to 2. Probably dead unless they draw blank land, and then I draw Shalai is the only way we win this now. Alright, lost game 1, but Burn's a pretty good matchup, so I'm not super... I'm sweating, definitely. Losing game 1 against Burn is scary enough. They're on the Atarkus command version. Their mana base is probably a lot weaker. They also might be, like, more creature dense, but I think this is just how I usually sideboard in this matchup. If they're more creature dense, it's probably worth cutting more Wisps, not expecting a Snaring Bridge, but I can't afford to just get, like, randomly wrecked by that card. Alright. Jeez, that Atarkus command off the top was like the worst possible for us. They probably could have beat us with just like a lightning bolt off the top, though, to be fair. Like, they bolt the Tide Hollow, and then spike my face, attacking for like 6. Winning game 3 on the draw is going to be a little rough. We're going to need our good cards. God, this hand kind of sucks, but Double Path is good. I think I'm going to keep this. Thought Knot is a very strong card. Might actually just end up taking the Vial to 4. Maybe a Goblin Guide will flip an Eldrazi Temple. Wouldn't that be a world? Oh, reveals a Shalai. That's pretty good, too. I'll accept that. Hopefully we can start peeling some lands, though. Come on, Guide. Guide me to an Eldrazi Temple. Ooh, yes. Come on, guide me to some lands. Before I path both of you. Find me some lands. Let's do this, guides. Come on. Flicker Wisp off the first one, which means Flicker Wisp off the second one. Alright, we're going to give my opponent all the mana in the world, and hopefully ride this Vial. Hopefully they don't like Destructive Revelry after we miss a land drop. But we just like don't want to take any damage. Wow, that's all their basics? Cool. Fuck. Just fired off all of my paths into the world and then... Lava Man. Please, no Destructive Revelry, opponent. Luckily we have, like, Thought Knot and Shalai, which are, like, pretty, good against Grim. No! Don't shock it! No! No! Oh god. Don't do it. Don't Destructive Revelry this vial. This is all I wanted. I just want to 5-0. Stop making me sweat! Just cast it! If they actually have the Destructive Revelry, we are hosed unless we top deck, like, Eldrazi Temple immediately. They're just gonna, like, put me in the ground. Target's command. Alright, that's really damaging too, but... I almost want to, like, Ghost Core to the Stomping Ground so they can't, like, find a Destructive Revelry or an Atarka's command or something. Yeah, I kind of do, honestly. Then also, Wisp out their Lava Man again, so it has Summoning Sickness before I can get the Shalai down. Could also take them off a path, but... I just really don't want to get Destructive Revelried more than anything else in the world. What you got, opponent? I wonder if there's an... No, there's not an argument for... I guess there's some argument for only playing one Wisp, just trying to vial out this Lavamancer bunch. I'm concerned if they have Path, then they'll be able to answer the Shalai, Grim down my Wisps. No, they still have the D-Rev if they want it. I assume they have second Stomping Ground, yeah, in a Targus command list. Fuck, are you kidding me? God damn it. God, that is super tilting. I can't even, like, erase them either. I mean, they only have one card in hand, so, like, that's my only plan. I'm not casting any more spells. then I start Grim Lava Mancering down my dudes. The plan is to, like, race and then top deck Eldrazi Temple into 4th land. Can't even cast a Fatal Push for this Grim. Is it just, like, lethal? They have, like, another Atargus command. Jesus, that was so bad. Sure, whatever. God, that Destructive Reverie was so horrible for me. They had the land and the Destructive Reverie. We almost 5-0'd and we like lost a really good matchup, which is just always the worst feeling in the world. Damn it. That's super disappointing. I wonder what happens if I had looked at their deck list. Were they on? Oh wow, yeah, they were just on a Targus command burn with Wild Macoddles too. 2 Grim main, 1 Grim side, 3 Destructive Reverie, 2 Searing Blood. They were on like so many creatures too. Creature burn is like way even easier for this deck because we have so much removal. Sometimes they just like burn you out and you're sitting there with dumb stranglers, but God, that just did not quite pan out, which is really frustrating. But yeah, you definitely can't win like your even your really good matchups. You will lose a non-0 percentage of the time. I've beaten elves as doesn't tags. I've beaten Belcher as doesn't tags. It's like it happens. Gotta pick yourself up, move on. Anyway, so thanks everybody for coming by, seeing our almost 5-0 there. Who is streaming? Who are we hosting? Oh, Yosiez is playing. I'll host him. He's streaming some Legacy Humans. So anyway, thank you all for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Even if we didn't quite get there. God, that one's gonna sting for a while. But if you want to support the channel, you want to see more D&T content, both modern and legacy. That's basically all we play here. So you can hit the follow button, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free. Help you know I'm going live. Help other people find my content. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thoribin themed bit badges in the chat. Or not bit badges, sub badges. I always say bit. Donations. I'd be more than happy to playtest a Death and Taxes list you want to see run through a league, modern or legacy. Just hit me up beforehand. Let me know what cards I'll need and stuff, and I'll tell you if it's like possible for me to do. We don't have any sponsors here, so I just kind of play out of my own pocket in terms of what cards I own right now. Other than that, you can subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. YouTube is exclusively just these streams. As soon as I'm done going live, I just go and put them up on YouTube immediately. So if you want to go and watch a bunch more Death and Taxes content, it's all up there. Links down below. Twitter, I just post on going live mostly. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming hang out tonight. I will see you guys again on Friday, hopefully. Playing whatever I'm playing on Friday. Kind of playing by ear. Probably a bunch of Legacy, because I still need to prep for these tournaments coming up. But anyway, go say hi to Yosiez for me.